Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. Well, we're here with Isabela Cigars and their newest release. It's their first limited edition of 2022, the Mammoth 660 PepperHead. Guess what? It's 6 by 60. There's your density. Now, it's based on the extremely popular Mammoth large gauge portfolio, which I reviewed earlier this year, one of those. The Mammoth 660 is a more accessible 6x60 vitola with a hopped up blend of higher priming tobaccos. It has 2+ years of post-production aging in order to take a slight edge off the spices. Manufacturer's suggested retail price $12.95. Total production of 2,000 cigars. So let's get right to it. You can see it looks very Isabela-ish with their barber pole wrapper. Let's get right to it. The new Mammoth 660 PepperHead. This is a little better size. The previous one this year was a good bit bigger. 60 is a good size, but that is a nice looking wrapper. Very nice. All right, that's a pretty good draw. Now, I've noticed, as with a lot of Isabela cigars, the cap appears to be sweetened. It's a natural type thing. It's not. I've heard of what they do, but anyway, bottom line is, it's sweet. Well, your first flavors, and you get them rather quickly, are a nice citrus with some apricot, brown sugar, very pasty nutmeg, very thick and pasty, and leather. There's black pepper at about 7. So that is how you start. First third, the apricot notes coming out nicely. Shelf citrus, black brown sugar. There's a touch of citrus peel, but not enough to you to worry about. Still have that creamy nutmeg, not quite as much as you did before, but it's there. Leather, and now at the very base, after the leather, there's a very dark note, coffee, black coffee. Black pepper is still good. It's 7 at least, 7 and 7.5 possibly. Finishes some of that apricot, nutmeg, and leather with good lingering black pepper. Cigar is rather typical of an Isabela in that it's good and has lots of different flavors. It's burning pretty evenly, as you can see, and the ash just fell off right there just before I came back on for this segment. Cigar is just very good. First third, I rate 95. Very good cigars at this point. Now, we've got a long way to go. We'll get 40 minutes out of the first third. That's a lot. We could be here for 2 hours at that pace. But let's just see. Things tend to change as we go through the thirds, and let's see what we have in the second third. Into the second third. Cigar is about like it was now. With one thing Isabela is known for is subtle flavor transitions, and this cigar is no different. You'll get not so much in what the flavors are, but maybe one pops out a little more here and there, and so on. And it's happening here. And one thing that is happening is the sweeter notes. It's like one massive thing. It's hard to pick them out individually. The leather is up a little bit, and those notes being almost muffled into one mass, it's a little bit undistinguishable what they are, and the leather sort of cuts into that some. Not a lot. I'm lowering it to 94. The cigar is still good, but it's not the sharp, pinpointed sweetness that it had before of either citrus or apricot, primarily one of those. Now it's like if you put them in a bowl, mix them up, and then that's what you have, whatever flavor that is. Mix up brown sugar, citrus, and apricot. Mix it up in a bowl. That's the flavor. Medium bodied. Finish is sort of a citrus, low apricot, and leather. Good lingering black pepper. The cigar is good. Like I said, it's just a tick off of what it was in the first, but just a tick, one little tick. But it is. So, and we're at an hour and 20 minutes at this point. A long burning cigar. Something I always say you get your money out of. So let's see how we wrap it up. Down to the end. So let's wrap it up. Right at 2 hours. Now the flavors are a little more apricot forward, slight citrus notes, brown sugar, decreased nutmeg, increased leather, and black coffee. Finish is apricot and leather with very good lingering black pepper. Medium bodied, leaning toward medium to full. Good cigar. I will hold 94. Even though the flavors got pinpointed to more of apricot, there is elevated leather, but it's very good. 94, who's going to argue with that? I mean, really. Typical Isabela cigar in that it is good. I don't think I've ever had one that was out of the 90s. It was probably all around this range, 93 at the lowest. I don't recall anything bad. The overall score for this cigar is 94.33. Compared to the other Mammoth I did, this is about the same, a tick better as far as the score goes. The other cigar, I think it was a 770. Got a 94. This is a little more usable for me. A 70 is very big, and they have, and at that time, an 8x80. Wow, that's huge. But this is not bad. 6x60 is not bad. I mean, there's a lot of 6x60s out there that are good. So that will do it. The new Isabela Mammoth 660 PepperHead. Had to look back at the name, it's so long. 94.33.